Welcome to Studio 5. We pray you are having a great week, and we are here looking to add more joy to your day. Helping us with that this week is American Idol alum Colton Dixon. America's favorite mystery-solving dog, Scooby-Doo, and Tracee Ellis Ross shares a new voice in a new but familiar way. With all of that, we're also counting down the top 5 stories in the world of uplifting entertainment. We begin with number 5.
We begin at number 5 with a summer box office update.
Wonder Woman 1984 is still scheduled to open August 14th, but with the COVID-19 pandemic keeping theaters closed and the Memorial Day start of the summer movie season just 1 week away, it's anyone's guess what potential blockbusters, if any, will see theatrical debuts.
My father cannot fight, so I will take his place.
Disney's Mulan is still scheduled to open July 24th. Christopher Nolan's Tenet and the new SpongeBob SquarePants and Bill and Ted movies also scheduled for summer debuts. For now.
At number 4.
The next American Idol for 2020 is Just Sam. Congratulations, Sam, you did it!
From singing in the subways of Harlem to an at-home stage in Hollywood, Just Sam celebrates an American Idol win.
I feel like some of the things that I've been through are things that people don't like to talk about, and I want people to know that they should be able to talk about those things that hurt them.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough.
That Lauren Daigle tune snagged Just Sam a golden ticket at auditions, and Daigle joined her for a duet on the final show.
And now that we fired up the countdown clock, it is time to get ready for our very first guest. As you saw, American Idol crowned its newest season winner. But this is also a busy season for American Idol alum Colton Dixon. He's a husband with twins on the way, and he's got a new self-titled music project. Here's a quick sample of its sound as we get ready to sit down and welcome Colton Dixon to Studio 5.
See the stars align, but I know that it's more than timing. I believe it goes just happen like that, happen like that, happen like that. Right before I hit the ground, so how you came along and found me.
That was the single Miracles, and Colton Dixon joins us now to talk more. First off, Colton, good to see you. I have to ask, how are you coping in quarantine?
Sure. Man, we're good. It's just my wife and I at home. My wife is 6 months pregnant, so it's actually been a really sweet season for us just to be around each other without kids. So we're soaking in as much time as we can, but we're good. We're just trying to make the most of it, I'm sure, like everyone else.
A lot going on for you right now, a new project. It's described as a real new sound. How would you describe Colton Dixon, the music project we're hearing now?
Yeah, just kind of a new chapter for us in all aspects, sonically, even what we wrote about. Coming from Christian music, I'm now signed to a mainstream record label. So at first it was a little bit of unknown just to figure out the liberties that I had, but they've actually been amazing, basically writing very similar things, it's just packaged different. But it came out of a season unknown for me. Lost my record label 3 years ago because my American Idol deal ended. So it felt like a musician without a job, basically. But during that season, God taught me a lot. My wife helped me a lot as well. She said, man, what if this isn't a setback? What if this is God's way of setting you up for what's next? And we started to apply our faith to that. But out of that season of unknown came all of these songs. So I think the timing has just been perfect to be in this current season where we're all in this big barrel of unknown of what the future holds. So I'm so glad that we put it out when we did. But I want to bring people hope, and I want to leave people better than they were when they started listening to the songs. So however that looks for them, even if, again, they don't believe the same way that you and I do, I just want to leave them with some hope that, hey, you know what, it's going to get better.
We shared the tune Miracles at the start of this segment, and it seems so timely. Tell me the story behind that song. I understand you helped to co-write a lot of what's on the project.
Sure. It came out of that same season. And during that season, my wife and I were forced to slow down a bit. And in doing so, we started to notice all of the little things that happened around us every single day that maybe we took for granted or we overlooked because we were busy. But we were like, man, we have so many blessings every single day, so many miracles that happen every single day. So it just allowed us to be more grateful and to approach God with more of like a humble heart. I think God loves to work with humble hearts. And it was just a really sweet season for us just to grow spiritually and know that God is always up to something, even when we're not. So just paying attention to those things helped us a lot. We think miracles as these huge life-altering events, but I think, again, there are miracles that happen around us every single day if we'll take the time to stop and look.
Now, in addition to new music, you and your wife are expecting twins. What are your thoughts as you prepare to give birth to, I believe, identical twins?
That's correct. Yeah, we're expecting twin girls. Crazy. Still wrapping our heads around it. We got the 2-for-1 coupon somewhere along the way. But yeah, we're so excited. We've been able to take this time to work on the nursery and get the house ready. And man, I've had some really great father figures in my life, including my own dad. And just trying to gather as much as I can from those experiences, but at the same time, knowing that the perfect example is our Heavenly Father. So even when I don't have the answers or I don't know what to do, just relying on Holy Spirit to get me through that and to lead me and to make the best decisions. Not only, it's not just about me anymore, or not just about me and my wife anymore, but it's a family of 4. So just leading them with integrity and providing for them. And it's just it's crazy. It can feel overwhelming at times, but I know it's going to be good, and I know God's going to help me.
Colton Dixon, thank you so much for your time. Again, the project is called Colton Dixon, and we can listen to Miracles and the entire project right now.
Still ahead.
Don't mess with me right now, Fred. I'm very emotional.
An all-star cast.
Do you realize where we are?
No.
Look around, man.
Pulls back the curtain on Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Inc. gang's newest film.
Everything is taken back to the very, very beginning. So Shaggy, we get to see a little boy meet a homeless puppy and come together to form the most dynamic duo.
Life. It's meant to be lived fully. Jesus said it. I came to give you life. Life to the fullest. Life in your family. Life in your finances. Life in your body, mind, and spirit. Life in your everyday. At CBN.com, we're taking what Jesus said seriously. We're here to help you discover life. Life. Live it fully. CBN.com.
At number 3.
I can only imagine what it will be like.
A heavenly voice lands a spot in the top 5 in this season of NBC's The Voice. The husband and father of 8 gets the attention of all 4 judges from the very first note.
A 4-chair turn. What is your name?
Todd Tillman. I am 41 years old, and I'm from Meridian, Mississippi.
I just saw the joy and the spirit that you have.
I love it. I've literally never performed. I just sing at church. I pastor a church.
You're a pastor.
I am a man who will fight for your honor.
At number 2.
Oh!
brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you back to life.
Kirk Franklin joined artists like Lauren Daigle, Lecrae, and Toby Mac.
Woke up cause the light poured in. Day 2, let the flood begin.
For a simulcast to raise money to support small struggling churches in low-income areas.
All of us are hurting during this pandemic. All of us are having a hard time, but there are certain church communities that they literally might not make it through this.
Evangelist Nick Hall is among the Christian leaders helping to build the fund to provide $3,000 grants to churches.
There was a recent study that over 10,000 pastors are worried right now in America that their church won't last through this COVID-19 pandemic.
With that, we have only one more headline to get to in this week's countdown. Welcome back to Studio 5. He's America's favorite mystery-solving dog, and Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Inc. gang are coming to your home right now with a new movie. Here's a look at SCOOB through the eyes of its all-star cast and crew.
There you are! This mangy stray's done enough damage for today. He's coming with me.
He's not a stray.
Is he your dog?
It really is about, at its core, Shaggy and Scoob's, like, origin story.
He's, like, totally mine, if you want to be.
I'd like that very much. We were going to see them when they were kids. We were going to see that moment when Scooby first met Shaggy.
What's his name?
I don't have one.
His name's Scooby.
Middle name?
Doobie?
We get to see a little boy meet a homeless puppy and come together to form the most dynamic duo in animated history.
It's the ghost!
Guys, there's no such thing as ghosts.
The thing I love the most about Scooby and Shaggy, the things I still love about Scooby and Shaggy, is that their love for each other is really contagious.
So what do you say we get out of Middle Earth and go get my always snacking, never lacking, often napping dog back?
What starts out as a simple story really goes to a lot of adventure. You're really taken on a roller coaster ride.
You really think we should do this?
I play Shaggy, and he's kind of like he's always been in this film.
Don't mess with me right now, Fred. I'm very emotional.
Lazy, lovable, spontaneous.
Well, there is no I in Scooby and Shaggy. No, all good.
It's just such an iconic character.
We need office space for a headquarters. The Mystery Machine needs a fresh coat of everything, and I'm never gonna get that smell out. I play Fred. Fred is sort of the leader of the crew. He's full of good intentions.
I'd like to shake the hand of whoever created this. Who wouldn't want to be in Scooby-Doo? Honestly, when they approached me to play Velma, I was like, what is happening? This is the most incredible opportunity.
Guys, this thing is increíble. Maybe this can lead us to our culprit.
What I love most about Velma is that she puts the importance of her education at the forefront of everything.
Huh. Trace amounts of mustache oil, 12-year-old scotch.
Ugh, is the bad guy my dad? I play Daphne, and what I love most about her is that she's really, really compassionate. She's willing to see the good in everything. Hails taxis, obliterates ghost dogs. Who knew?
The brand, I mean, Scooby-Doo is beloved, and I grew up on Scooby-Doo like everybody else, and it's really like I don't know, it's like the kind of the soundtrack of my cartoon childhood.
Allow me to introduce you to Blue Falcon's large adult son, Brian. Dynamite!
So when they asked me to play Dynamite, I knew exactly, what this role was.
Dynamite is the dog wonder. Blue Falcon doesn't go anywhere without him. And yet here I am.
Scooby and Shaggy are characters that we love and that the audience loves, and now we're gonna see them in ways that are deeper and more satisfying, and it makes us love them even more.
Do you realize where we are?
No.
Look around, man. The clean, modern aesthetic, the cool blue color palette. We're in
IKEA.
the Falcon Fury. Did you say IKEA?
Nope, I said Falcon Fury, just like you.
I'm biased. I think it's going to be awesome, and I hope everybody goes to see it. But Scooby-Doo has been around since 1969, so it's really awesome in 2020 to be bringing a new story.
Scoob, somebody thinks we're important enough to...
It's nice to be wanted.
You have a new twist on Scooby-Doo.
I still like Scooby-Doo for the very same reason I liked it when I was 3 years old.
It makes it fun. We need Scooby. You know, Scooby's a huge, such a good thing in this world.
Well, I guess I'm Scooby-Doo.
Don't worry, that name will never stick.
SCOOB is available on demand and it is streaming right now. Before we take a quick break, we want to share this week's story in pictures. Here's your Studio 5 snapshot.
The class of 2020, as you celebrate tonight, do not forget your safety net. Every teacher, every coach, every pastor, they along with your friends and family got you to this moment.
NBA star LeBron James and this cast of celebrities helped to celebrate the class of 2020, who lost their chance at a physical graduation because of COVID-19. In a broadcast across all networks, graduates were encouraged to share photos using the hashtag #GraduateTogether. We're sharing just a few of the thousands posted in this week's Studio 5 Snapshot. Congratulations, class of 2020. We see you. Just moments away.
There was a part of me that I hit off, even though it was my original dream, which was to sing.
This daughter of the legendary Diana Ross comes out of hiding.
It's really bleak out there for middle-aged singers. In the history of music, only 5 women over 40 have ever had a #1 hit, and only one of them was black.
Actress Tracee Ellis Ross has a dream-come-true role to share with us.
It's about the competition.
I kind of put that pressure on myself, and I think people had expectations.
It's about overcoming.
We use this phrase all the time, keep chopping, keep practicing hard.
It's about going the distance.
You know, I think as a father, it's my job, you know, to lead. Just be the best husband and father I can be.
Watch Going the Distance with Sean Brown Saturday night at 7:30 on the CBN News Channel.
Orphans Promise is committed to loving and serving at-risk children, to helping keep families together, and to creating opportunities for strong and sustainable communities around the world. We're working in over 60 countries around the world, and with your help, we can do even more. There's an old African proverb I love that says, if you want to run fast, run alone. But if you want to run far, run together. At Orphans Promise, we want to run far so we can touch the lives of as many orphaned and vulnerable children as possible. But we don't want to go alone. We're out to change the world, one child, one family, one community at a time. Will you join us?
At #1.
This is gonna help somebody, and if somebody's waiting for it, it's ready.
That's ABC News correspondent Kaylee Hartung donating plasma after recovering from COVID-19 and helping to save a life.
You're coming home, Dad!
67-year-old grandfather Daniel Macias leaving the hospital after spending more than 30 days bedridden, battling the coronavirus. Doctors say they saw improvement not long after giving him plasma from Kaylee's donation.
Okay, so we're the last car. We are the last car in this parade.
She helped to welcome Daniel home and met him for the first time.
Thank you, Kaylee. You gave me something that only the Lord can do with you. Thank you very much. I love you. I care for you.
Daniel, I love you. This is the greatest honor of my life to be able to do this for you.
And that's a wrap for this week's Countdown. It also brings us to new work from Tracee Ellis Ross. She's the daughter of the legendary Diana Ross and the star of the hit series Blackish. Tracee is doing something she's long dreamed of doing, but she had to overcome fear to do it. She's singing in the new film, The High Note. It's set in LA, and at the center is a superstar whose talent and ego have reached unbelievable heights. Take a look.
Where are we? Detroit. I can't hear you, Maggie. Detroit. Finding my own space and my own self has not been in response to my mom, but there was a part of me that I hid off, even though it was my original dream, which was to sing. I can't hear you, Detroit! So I did this movie, and I play a singing star, and I had to record 7 songs.
If you told 12-year-old me that one day I'd be working for Grace Davis, she's an icon.
This woman doesn't even know your last name.
She does, sometimes.
I'm not gonna tell you guys you're great if you're not great. Do it again. I've done well as a comedy lady. You know what I mean?
Have you thought any more about the Vegas residency?
Actually, I think it's time I record a new album.
I mean, that's one plan.
But there was this little girl in me whose original dream was to be on a stage in a sparkly dress singing.
What am I supposed to say to her? I'm just a personal assistant, but I'd love to produce your music.
It's been a dream of mine, and at 47, like this year, 2 of my biggest fears and dreams have happened.
In the history of music, only 5 women over 40 have ever had a #1 hit, and only one of them was black.
There were moments during the movie that during the movie I wasn't frightened, but what I was doing was stepping into all of me.
Grace, I didn't want to tell you or Jack, but I did a cut of your song.
We all have these things that we've hidden away that we think are not worthy of coming forward because they might not be good enough, they might be compared to somebody else, and I had to realize that it's not the sound of my voice, it's the honesty of my voice that is the key.
I will decide what I do next.
Well, The High Note streams to you next week, May 29th, and some of its music is recorded by Tracee Ellis Ross, and it's available right now.
Still to come.
If I'm being honest, I'm thinking of turning off the lights.
Our sit-down guest, Colton Dixon, drops a final word for Studio 5 with his new music.
Daddy?
Yeah, buddy.
How many nickels are in a dollar?
There are 20 nickels in a dollar.
How do birds fly? Does milk really make my bones stronger?
Yeah.
Daddy, when we die, will we go to heaven?
Do you have the answer to life's biggest question? Call the 700 Club. We'll help you find answers to the important questions life brings your way.
Watch breaking news, in-depth exclusive stories and programs from health to entertainment you won't find anywhere else. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. Enjoy credible news reporting from around the world. Discover inspiring programs and stories of hope, all in one place from a Christian perspective. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. To watch the CBN News Channel, download the app or visit cbnnewschannel.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Perlmutter, board-certified neurologist and #1 New York Times best-selling author. Wouldn't it be great to boost your energy, eliminate brain fog, and even reverse brain disease? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how, along with some of the world's most well-respected brain experts in this DVD, Protect Your Brain.
Get Protect Your Brain, a free DVD only from the Christian Broadcasting Network, featuring experts on the cutting edge of neuroscience and brain health.
No matter how many times you've failed in the past, you really can do this.
In Protect Your Brain, you'll discover simple strategies to keep your brain young and healthy. Improve your memory. Discover the gut-brain connection. In Protect Your Brain. Get your free copy at cbn.com or call 1-800-700-7000.
If you want to improve the quality of your life, get the DVD Protect Your Brain and get it today.
Welcome back to Studio 5. This week's soundtrack is a familiar tune and a familiar voice. It's The Blessing, but this week it's Chandler Moore's take on Carrie Job and Cody Carnes' much-loved anthem.
Lord bless you and keep you. Oh yeah, yeah. Make His face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. The Lord may He turn His face and give you peace.
On that musical note, we are almost out of time for this edition of Studio 5. So let's take a moment and fast forward to a story you can look forward to seeing next week.
Right here in the center of Baltimore, yeah, yeah. Having fun, y'all.
On the streets of Baltimore with just a guitar, Leon Timbo makes sweet music we love.
On Instagram, in your description, you say, "They say I'm sexy R&B, as long as you don't mind my worship."
You really read that. You really read that. That was.
See what happens when he takes a break and sits down for a conversation in Studio 5.
If you come, stay. If you wanna, pray. If you're gonna, but I need your time.
That story and so much more are coming up next week. Before we say goodbye this week, we want to give the final word to Colton Dixon.
Doesn't matter just how many times I tried. There could only be a single reason why. So tell me, I don't hear it goes, just happen like that, happen like that, happen like that. You can see the stars align, but
it's been really good to talk to you. I have to ask you this question. If you could go back in time as you sit preparing to be a dad, married now for multiple years, and a new music project, what advice would the adult Colton give to young Colton looking up, looking forward?
I would say don't wear the red leather pants. On a serious note, I would go back and, man, so many things. I'm thankful for those things because I feel like they've made me the person I am today, but I would say to be more selfless. Really easy to make things all about you, especially in the line of work that I do. I show up to work and people cheer, which can be really bad for a servant heart. So yeah, I would just tell myself early on to not believe the hype, good or bad. Don't read the comments, especially the bad ones. But yeah, make things about others more than myself.
Thanks, Colton. That is a great final word for this edition of Studio 5 and this week's look at uplifting entertainment. Until next time, make time to uplift someone around you. And then please come on back and see where Studio 5 takes you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.